Hi friends, so today we're going to add a snowflake to our winter mitten. So last week we made patterns and we colored really nicely, and today we're going to add this snowflake that I glued to my paper. And so the first thing I want to do is make sure I have all my supplies. So you can get scrap piece of paper, it doesn't have to be a full piece of paper. You can even do notebook paper, scissors, and a glue stick. The first thing I'm going to do is use my scissors. So let's talk about our scissors. When we're using scissors, we want to make sure that we're holding them correctly. So I'm going to take 3 magic fingers or 4, it depends on how small your hands are. For me, it's 3 magic fingers. And I'm going to slip them in the big hole like that. See my little magic fingers? And then my little thumb is missing, so I want to make sure he goes in the small hole. Just like that, so 3 magic fingers and my thumb. And then I can kind of practice going up and down, kind of making a puppet, right? Good. Now the next rule is we never cut towards ourselves. We never want to go like this, cutting towards my body. My body's here, and so if I cut towards myself, I could really hurt my body. So I want to make sure I'm always cutting away from myself, right? Good. All right, so those are some scissor rules. Never walk away from the table with your scissors. Make sure you put them down before you go to another room. We never want to run with scissors. We never want to carry them. If we do carry them, we want to carry them like a bunny. So it looks like 2 bunny ears. Good. All right, let's get started with our snowflake. So we just finished talking about symmetry. Symmetry means one side is the same as the other. So in order to do that, I want to start making my snowflake. So I'm actually going to take my scissors, I'm holding my paper, and I'm going to make 1 cut. You can make it as tall as you want, it's up to you. Then I'm going to come next to that one, and I'm going to make a 2nd cut. Just like that. And then I'm going to do that again. So 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to do my 4th cut. So you want 4 strips. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm ready. And the last thing I want to do, I'm going to sneak my scissors through. Do you see like that? And I'm just going to cut them off. So now I have my 4 strips. I could put this away and I could put my scissors down for a minute. And now what we can do is we can start constructing our snowflake, right? So I can make a plus sign first, and then I can make 2 diagonal lines like an X. So you're making a plus sign with an X on top. And I know it's kind of hard to see because mine is not colored in. So let me show you on my colored one so you can see my snowflake better. Even though I have a snowflake, I'll just lay it on top. So you're going to make a plus sign, and then you're going to make an X, right? And there we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take those off, and let me get my other paper. And this is when we're gonna use our glue stick. So I'm gonna open my glue stick. See how nice it is? I'm just gonna push so I could barely see it on the top there. I am not gonna go like this. That's how we ruin our glue stick. So make sure it's nice and rolled down to where you barely see it. I'm gonna take my first strip. You can do this on your scrap piece of paper, or you could do it on another paper, but you're gonna glue the strip. I would use a scrap piece of paper. So now I have glue on one side, no glue on the other. I'm gonna make a straight line. Yay! Now I'm gonna get another strip. I'm gonna put it down on my glue pad so I don't get glue on my paper. And I'm gonna glue it, and I'm gonna make my plus sign. I'm gonna push it down so all the sides are nice and flat. So there's my plus sign. And let me show you my plus sign with my Sharpie just so you can see better. So I glued 1 strip, 2 strips, right? There's my plus sign. Now I'm gonna get another strip. I'm gonna hold it down and glue. Don't push too hard on your glue stick, it'll come out. And now I'm gonna make my X. So I'm gonna go one way, X, push it down, And then I'm gonna make my other side of my X. So my last strip. And there's my snowflake. So let me show you what it looks like real quick with my marker. So there's my snowflake. And one thing you could also do, you could add a circle in the middle of your snowflake or a shape. You can add little lines coming out of your snowflake like this. And you can color your snowflake like blue or purple, cool colors, right? So the rest of class, you get to design your snowflake and finish coloring your mitten. So that's all for today. One thing you also could add is you could get your scrap piece of paper and you can do the strips like we just did, maybe smaller. You could cut them off and you could cut them in half, and you can add little ends to your snowflake and glue them on too. Kind of like that. It's up to you. You don't have to do that. I just want to see a snowflake. So make sure you're showing me symmetry. If one side, if I put two little tail ends here on this side, I have to put two tail ends on that side or it wouldn't be symmetrical, right? But once you're finished, it should look a little like mine. I have a snowflake that's standing out compared to my mitten. So I could really see the snowflake because it's white. And so that's all for today. When you're finished, make sure you upload a photo and turn it to Google Classroom.